Hello and welcome to Bonsai. Today I will be trying to do something with this portulacaria afra. This is a little jade plant. It's not quite a high material for bonsai. I mean this one in particular, and I'll tell you why. It was grown outside for this year. It's a cutting that I made from a big jade plant, and it's got a large wound here, but it has a nice structure and I will try to do something with it and talk to you about little jades in this video. And the reason this is not quite a high quality material is because of the internodes. Okay, in bonsai it's all about the internodes, and if you can see here, the internodes are very big. I mean, in all of this trunk there are 1, 2, 3, 4. By comparison, I will show you a high quality material. Okay, this is a high quality material jade plant. You've seen it in previous videos, and if I can show you just how many internodes are there in the trunk, also in the branches. Okay, there are a lot of internodes. This is a high quality material, but let's try to do something with this one too. You see also here in this branch, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then it's a very big internode. Okay, I want to repot this. I'm thinking about cutting this one, but I don't know for sure yet. Let's see. But I want to cut this one off, but not quite all the way. I mean, I'm gonna leave 2 leaves on it. Okay, this can be rooted very easily, but I'm not gonna do it now because it's too little, it's too thin. Okay, you can root portulacarias, very thick ones. You can root them very easily, so I will not do that for now. This I can let it grow, I don't know, maybe 1 year. I can let it grow more and then cut it, but something, it's I don't like what's happening here, because I'm starting to get some reverse taper. It's weird, because, and I think it's because of this wound. I'll just fix the tree for now. This is potted in, this is called Kyodama. It's a great bonsai potting mix. Okay, but I've noticed through the years, because I'm I'm struggling. It was quite a struggle with to understand little jades, because I grow them in an apartment, and growing indoor plants indoors all the time is quite a challenge. And I think I also need to spray this tree. I think it's got some pests or something, but I will spray all the trees in the near future. This is very good, but it's got no, it's not got no organic in it. And I've noticed even on these portulacarias, this being an African plant, I thought, well, it's good and it can stand much drier soil, but in fact it grows better. It has more moisture to the roots, because being an growing indoors, you can see now it's almost January, and it's a lot of sun here, and the air is very dry. So I need to put it in a better soil, and I'll show you now what my potting mix is made of. So these are the 4 elements that make my potting bonsai mix. Okay, soil mix. I cannot tell you the perfect recipe because our environments are different. Okay, I grow them all year round indoors, and I grow them on a balcony, and the air on my balcony, it's pretty dry. It never there's not a lot of moisture, especially now when it's winter. The air it's extremely dry, so that's why I cannot give you a perfect recipe for the soil, the potting mix for your jade plants. You have to test it every year. You have to test it until you see a better development, because the plants will tell you. But these are high quality elements. This is clay. This is burn up clay. This is very good. Okay, this is volcanic. Okay, it's not fired. It's volcanic rock. Also very good. The burned up clay doesn't hold a lot of moisture. I use it for better air circulation to the roots. This holds up moisture. This is Kyodama. This is also volcanic, but it's fired. Okay, it's a very good soil. It doesn't hold a lot of moisture. And of course we have here the sphagnum moss, which I told you it's a very high quality, because if I do it like this, you see, it will be very fine, and it will mix with all the elements very good, and the roots search for it. And if this is very fine, it's better from the roots, and it will consume them. Okay, the sphagnum little by little, and that will be very good for the tree. So I told you I decided to use more and more of this organic material, but this is very high quality organic material, especially for plants like this that are in development. When we get to refined bonsais, it's another story there, because we don't want so much growth like we do on the ones in development. Okay, so let's get started with the repotting process. This tree, I don't think it's it's not tied to the pot, so just gonna loosen it. I'm gonna loosen it up little by little. I think I need a little knife to be sure. Yeah, let's see if I put my finger through the hole. I think it will get out nicely. Or not. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Got some nice roots here. We're gonna try to remove the old mesh. I didn't put a bonsai mesh in, and now I'm gonna face the consequences. I will try to remove very few roots. I cannot stress this enough on portulacarias, little jades. Try not to cut too many roots when you repot them, because they recover extremely hard if you cut a lot of roots. And also don't do it like I do. Use dedicated bonsai meshes for the pot. Okay. Let's try loosening up a little more, because I'm gonna cut it, but not too much. Well, maybe just the tips. Yeah, let's see. Let's cut a little bit here and there. Just to fit it better in the pot. And I think this is quite enough. So I've prepared my little pot. I'm using bonsai mesh now. I put some wires to tie the tree from the pot, to tie the tree to the pot, because we need to do that always. We need to tie the tree to the pot. Oh, let's see how this goes. I've got here some fired up clay, and I'm gonna put a nice layer on the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna start putting potting mix little by little. Okay. I'm gonna look at my tree. And try to find some meaning to it. And we're gonna tie the tree to the pot. Pull on the wires and then twist them. Let's cut them shorter. Pull and twist. Okay. Now with the others. Also cut them shorter. Okay. So a little bit more, and technically now our tree is secured to the pot. Okay, let's cut this excess. Okay, and think a little bit more. It's also hard to secure trees that don't have a lot of roots. And let's go in with the potting mix. Unfortunately, I took off more roots than I wanted, but it's always to be expected. And always you will take more roots than you wanted, especially in these stages. At the beginning of the trees, this is a problem, and it's a bigger problem because we're dealing with little jades. They do not like to be pruned at the roots. So we work our potting mix little by little with the Chinese chopstick that is sharpened. You see, it's sharp. We arrange the soil. Also, we can do this. Ideally, you can take a sieve and make the substrate very fine, but I cannot be bothered with that. I think I will do it in the future, but it's small enough for now, because the smaller the particle get, the faster they break down, and we don't want to repot our bonsais. Ideally, we don't want them to be repotted so often, you know. But with small pots, it's always a challenge. So now, because this is in a higher quality bonsai mix, I think it can stay in this pot for 2 years with no problems whatsoever. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom and give this a very nice shower to get rid of all the dust that was generated during the repotting process. Now, if I look at the tree, I notice something. I like this front. I like this as a front because you can see the structure of the tree, okay? And I want to take this off because if it was grown from here, it would help us, okay? It's with taper. This is generating reverse taper, and I want to take it off, and I will take it off now. It doesn't help the tree, okay? Also, I'm gonna use a knife because we don't want anything growing again from here. Okay, now we got a big scar, but that's bonsai for you. Okay, so also let's clean it up a little bit. let's take off little stubs from previous prunings so they can heal over nicely. Okay, so this is our little jade plant. We'll see how it develops. I'm pretty confident. I told you, not a very high quality material, but I think we can make something out of it. And we'll see each other on the next video. Merry Christmas!